My beloved child, listen closely. This message was not meant for everyone. It was released at this exact moment because your name echoed in the spiritual realm louder than you realize. A decision has already been made about you, quietly, seriously, and with a heart that carries no deception. Someone has been watching you grow, heal, and rise without announcing their feelings, because their intention is not temporary, it is permanent. This person is not coming to test you, they are coming to choose you, fully and fearlessly. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with a vow formed long before words were spoken. Amen. 111. Now hear this carefully, because this is where many scroll away and miss the miracle. This person carries a pure heart not because life was easy for them, but because they refused to let pain turn them bitter. They have already rejected distractions, already walked away from options that looked easier, because their soul recognized yours before logic could interfere. They are closer than you think, connected through timing, destiny, and divine permission. This is not about chasing love, this is about love finally finding you when you least expected it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive in a calm way that shakes your entire future. Amen. 222. And now the revelation you were meant to hear today. This connection will not start with chaos, confusion, or fear, it will start with peace. When this person steps forward, you will feel safe, seen, and chosen without having to prove your worth. Archangel Michael stands as a witness to this union, removing delays, silencing interference, and protecting what is meant to last. Do not rush, do not doubt, do not look back, because what is approaching you is aligned, intentional, and ready. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is only the beginning. Amen. 333. Listen with your soul, not your ears, because what I reveal now is unfolding quietly behind the scenes. While you have been focusing on surviving, healing, and moving forward, someone has been preparing themselves to stand beside you for life. This person has already spoken your name in prayers, already imagined a future where commitment is sacred and loyalty is unbreakable. They are not confused, they are not unsure, and they are not playing games. Something huge is waiting for you, and the seriousness of this intention will soon become impossible to ignore. Amen. 444. Now pause for a moment. If this message is resonating deep within you, it is because your spirit already recognizes the truth. This is the kind of union people talk about years later, saying it happened at the exact right time. What is coming will not need validation from the world, but when it appears, others will feel it too. Let this message reach those who need hope, let your presence here anchor this moment, and let your awareness stay active, because divine timing accelerates when faith is witnessed. Something huge is waiting for you, and alignment is happening faster than you think. Amen. 555. Here is what seals this promise. This person will approach you with clarity, not confusion, with respect, not pressure, and with commitment, not conditions. There will be no guessing, no hidden agendas, no mixed signals, only intention backed by action. Stay open, stay grounded, and stay ready, because this chapter will redefine how you understand love and partnership. Archangel protection surrounds this connection, and nothing meant to harm it will succeed. Something huge is waiting for you, and your life is about to shift permanently. Amen. 666. Now feel the stillness in this moment, because silence is where destiny whispers before it speaks out loud. There is a reason recent connections felt empty and familiar faces no longer moved your heart. Your spirit was being cleared for something real. This person did not arrive earlier because you were not meant to meet them as a broken version of yourself. They are entering your life now because you are finally ready to be loved without losing yourself. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will feel different from anything you've known before. Amen. 777. Pay attention to the signs around you, because they are increasing for a reason. Repeated thoughts, sudden memories, unexplained calm, and a deep sense of something is about to happen are not random, they are confirmations. This person's energy is already touching your life, influencing decisions, delays, and redirections without you realizing it. The connection will not feel rushed, yet it will move faster than expected, because when divine timing unlocks, nothing can slow it down. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is aligning through moments you thought were ordinary. Amen. 888. Here is the truth that will ground you. This union is not meant to complete you, it is meant to walk with you. You will not feel smaller, quieter, or unsure, you will feel stronger, clearer, and deeply respected. This is a partnership built on truth, not illusion, and once it begins, there will be no need to question its authenticity. Trust the process, protect your peace, and stay open, because what is approaching is solid, sincere, and lasting. Something huge is waiting for you, and the confirmation will come when you least expect it. Amen. 999. Remain present in this revelation, because what unfolds next will test your patience but reward your faith. There is a private moment approaching, quiet, sincere, and deeply intentional, where truth will surface without drama. This person has already made an inner promise, not influenced by pressure, loneliness, or fear, but by certainty. They are waiting for the right alignment, not permission. When this step happens, it will feel natural, almost destined, as if life itself arranged the meeting. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive without forcing its way in. Amen. 1010. Understand this clearly now, divine connections strengthen when they are acknowledged. When this message resonates, allow it to flow outward, not as noise, but as light. Presence multiplies alignment, awareness accelerates timing, and shared faith amplifies outcomes. The more grounded you remain in this moment, the faster clarity moves toward you. This is not coincidence, this is preparation. And you are exactly where you need to be to receive what is coming. Something huge is waiting for you, and recognition activates manifestation. Amen. 1111. Here is the final truth for this part: once this person steps forward, hesitation will disappear. You will not feel confused, anxious, or uncertain, you will feel calm certainty. This is the mark of a pure-hearted union. Archangel Michael stands guard over this path, removing interference and sealing intention with protection. Stay open, stay steady, and stay ready, because what is approaching is not temporary, it is lasting. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next sign will come sooner than you expect. Amen. 1212. Prepare your heart for confirmation, because what has been forming in silence is about to touch your reality. This connection will not arrive with confusion or mixed emotions, it will arrive with certainty that settles deep in your chest. You may notice a sudden shift in your thoughts, a calm confidence replacing old doubts, as if your spirit already knows what your mind has not fully processed yet. This is the sign that alignment has reached its final stage. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is stepping closer with intention, not hesitation. Amen. 1313. Do not underestimate what is happening now, because this chapter is rewriting your expectations of love. The person meant for you carries respect in their actions, honesty in their words, and consistency in their presence. They will not compete with your peace, they will protect it. What makes this moment rare is that both hearts are arriving ready, healed enough to build something real, strong enough to last. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will feel like relief, not struggle. Amen. 1414. Here is what you must remember as this unfolds: you are not late, and this promise was never delayed. Only protected. Everything that didn't work before was clearing the path for what will. Stand firm, stay open, and trust what you feel when this person enters your life. This is not a lesson, not a test, but a blessing unfolding at the right time. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will confirm everything you hoped for. Amen. 1515. Now anchor yourself in truth, because what comes next will feel unreal until it becomes undeniable. This person is not approaching you impulsively. They are arriving after deep reflection, inner alignment, and emotional maturity. They know what they want, and more importantly, they know why it is you. When they move toward you, it will be with purpose, not curiosity, and with commitment, not questions. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is backed by certainty, not chance. Amen. 1616. You may sense a shift in your environment before this happens. Conversations changing, people revealing their true intentions, and distractions slowly losing their power over you. This is not accidental. Everything unstable is being removed to make space for something solid. When this person enters your life, it will feel like order replacing chaos, clarity replacing confusion, and calm replacing noise. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive when your life finally feels ready to hold it. Amen. 1717. Hold this final truth close to your heart. This union is protected. No interference, no misunderstanding, and no external opinion will have the power to break what is divinely aligned. When this person speaks their intention, you will recognize it instantly, because your spirit has already been introduced. Stay steady, stay open, and stay faithful, because what is coming is not fragile. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is built to last. Amen. 1818. Stay attentive to this moment, because destiny does not announce itself loudly. It moves with precision. The person meant to stand beside you has reached a point of inner certainty where fear no longer controls their decisions. They are not seeking perfection, they are seeking truth, loyalty, and a future that feels right in their soul. When their intention becomes visible to you, it will feel steady and grounded, not dramatic. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is approaching with sincerity you can trust. Amen. 1919. Notice how your intuition has grown sharper lately. This is not accidental. You are being prepared to recognize commitment when it arrives, not to doubt it. This connection will not drain you, it will strengthen you. Conversations will feel easy, presence will feel natural, and respect will feel consistent. This is how you will know it is real. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive without forcing you to change who you are. Amen 2020. Hold this truth firmly. When the right person is ready, clarity replaces questions. You will not chase signs or seek reassurance, you will simply know. This union carries protection, stability, and long-term intention. Stay open, stay patient, and stay faithful to your worth, because what is coming is aligned with your future, not your past. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is closer than it appears. Amen 2121. Now let your spirit stay calm, because impatience can blur what clarity is about to reveal. The next phase unfolds softly, not with noise but with reassurance. This person will not rush you, test you, or confuse you, they will make you feel chosen without demanding proof. Their presence will feel familiar yet new, like something your soul has been waiting for quietly. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive in a way that feels safe, not overwhelming. Amen 2222. Understand this deeply. This connection is not built on fantasy, it is built on reality strengthened by intention. The person stepping forward values commitment, stability, and emotional truth more than appearance or opinion. They have already learned what they don't want, which is why they are clear about choosing you. When this unfolds, you will notice peace settling into places where uncertainty once lived. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will bring balance, not chaos. Amen 2323. Here is the grounding truth for this moment. Once this path opens, there will be no turning back into confusion. You will feel aligned, supported, and respected in ways you have not experienced before. This is not coincidence, not imagination, but confirmation unfolding step by step. Stay present, stay receptive, and trust what feels steady rather than loud. Something huge is waiting for you, and its foundation is already secure. Amen 2424. Breathe into this truth, because what is aligning now will answer questions you stopped asking long ago. This person has reached a point where silence feels heavier than honesty, and distance feels harder than commitment. They are not being pushed by circumstances, they are being pulled by certainty. When they step closer, it will not feel sudden, it will feel overdue, like timing finally caught up with intention. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is guided by readiness, not impulse. Amen 2525. Notice how your standards have risen without effort. This is preparation, not pride. You are no longer impressed by words alone, and that is exactly why the right person will arrive with actions that speak clearly. This connection will feel balanced, giving and receiving in equal measure, respect meeting respect, truth meeting truth. There will be no pressure to perform, only permission to be yourself. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will feel natural, not forced. Amen 2626. Seal this message in your heart. What is approaching you is not fragile, and it does not require chasing or convincing. It arrives whole, sincere, and intentional. When the moment comes, you will recognize it by the calm confidence it brings into your life. Stay steady, stay aware, and trust the peace that leads you forward. Something huge is waiting for you, and the confirmation will unfold right on time. Amen. 2727. Hold your focus here, because this is the phase where clarity replaces waiting. The person aligned with you is no longer observing from a distance, they are preparing to step into your reality with honesty and intention. Their heart is settled, their decision is formed, and their path is clearing. When movement begins, it will feel smooth, not chaotic, because everything unnecessary has already been removed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is moving with purpose toward you. Amen. 2828. Be aware of this sign, you will feel a quiet confidence rising within you, even before anything is spoken. This is your inner confirmation. This connection will not require you to chase or question, it will meet you at your level, with mutual respect and understanding. The bond forming here is not built on excitement alone, but on trust that grows naturally. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will bring stability where uncertainty once lived. Amen. 2929. Receive this truth fully. Once this door opens, you will realize why nothing else lasted. This union carries endurance, patience, and long-term vision. Stay open, stay grounded, and let the process unfold without fear. What is coming is aligned with who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Something huge is waiting for you, and the shift will be unmistakable. Amen. 3030. Stand firm in this awareness, because the final alignment is happening faster than it appears. The person meant for you is no longer asking themselves if, they are deciding how. Their heart is settled, their intention is clear, and their next move is guided by sincerity, not fear. When this connection advances, it will feel steady and intentional, like two paths finally merging without resistance. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is no longer distant, it is forming now. Amen. 3131. You may notice your patience being tested lightly, not to delay you, but to strengthen your trust. This is the moment where faith becomes calm confidence. The bond approaching you will not demand urgency, it will offer reassurance. Conversations will flow with honesty, presence will feel grounding, and commitment will feel natural. This is how you will know it is real. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will arrive without confusion. Amen. 3232. Hold this final truth for today. When this person steps fully into your life, you will feel chosen without conditions. There will be no doubt, no second guessing, only clarity and peace. This chapter is protected, intentional, and built to endure. Stay open, stay centered, and trust what unfolds next, because destiny does not rush, but it never misses. Something huge is waiting for you, and the confirmation is closer than you think. Amen. 3333. Receive this with a steady heart, because this stage is about recognition, not pursuit. The person aligned with you will begin to show consistency that feels rare. Messages that don't disappear, intentions that don't change, and presence that doesn't fluctuate. You won't have to decode meanings or read between lines, clarity will speak for itself. This is how destiny confirms what words cannot. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will feel reliable from the very first step. Amen. 3434. Understand what makes this moment powerful. Both hearts are arriving honest. There will be no masks, no performances, no need to impress. The connection will feel equal, respectful, and grounded in reality. This person values commitment as a responsibility, not a promise made lightly. When alignment clicks, you will feel your nervous system relax, because peace is the signature of truth. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will feel like coming home to yourself. Amen. 3535. Hold this final insight close. Once this bond begins, it will grow through actions, not declarations. Trust will deepen quietly, stability will strengthen naturally, and the future will feel clear without being forced. Stay present, stay discerning, and let what is real reveal itself fully. This chapter is unfolding exactly as intended. Something huge is waiting for you, and its foundation is already set. Amen. 3636. Mark this moment with awareness, because this phase is about sealing what has already been chosen. The person aligned with you is no longer weighing options or seeking reassurance. They are aligning actions with intention. Their energy will feel decisive yet gentle, confident yet respectful. When they move closer, you will feel a deep inner yes, without pressure or fear. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is stepping into form with quiet certainty. Amen. 3737. Pay attention to how ease replaces effort. Plans will align without forcing, conversations will flow without tension, and trust will grow without demands. This is not coincidence. It is compatibility guided by purpose. You will notice how your boundaries are honored and your values are mirrored, confirming that this connection was never random. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will feel stable from the very beginning. Amen. 3838. Hold this final truth steady. What is being built now is meant to last. There will be no games, no disappearances, no confusion, only progress rooted in respect and commitment. Stay grounded, stay open, and let what is real continue to reveal itself. This chapter is protected and intentional. Something huge is waiting for you, and its confirmation is unfolding right on time. Amen. 3939. Let your heart remain steady, because this is the stage where destiny becomes visible through action. The person meant for you will begin to integrate you into their real life, not promises, not plans, but presence. You will notice intention in the way they prioritize time, communicate clearly, and protect the connection without being asked. This is not excitement fading, it is commitment settling in. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is becoming undeniable. Amen. 4040. Feel how certainty replaces anticipation. There will be no need to rush or prove anything, mutual effort will flow naturally. This person's consistency will speak louder than words, and their respect will create safety you can trust. The bond will deepen through shared values, honest conversations, and calm understanding. This is how you will recognize permanence, not by intensity, but by reliability. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is built on truth. Amen. 4141. Receive this final truth for now: what is unfolding is aligned, protected, and intentional. There is no competition, no interference, and no delay left to overcome. Stay present, stay grounded, and allow what is real to continue forming. This chapter is not temporary, it is foundational. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is preparing to stay. Amen. 4242. Now step fully into acceptance, because this is the completion of what began as a whisper. The connection you were prepared for has matured into certainty, and the person meant for you is ready to stand openly beside you. There is no hesitation left, no unspoken doubt, only a calm readiness to build, commit, and move forward together. This is the moment where intention becomes direction and direction becomes reality. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is no longer approaching, it has arrived. Amen. 4343. Observe how peace anchors every interaction now. There is no urgency born from fear, only momentum born from trust. Decisions feel mutual, future conversations feel natural, and commitment feels like the next logical step rather than a leap of faith. This is how alignment confirms itself. Through steadiness, respect, and shared vision. Something huge is waiting for you, and it feels secure because it is real. Amen. 4444. Seal this chapter with confidence: what has entered your life is meant to remain. This union is not a test, not a lesson, but a foundation for what comes next. Stay grounded, stay grateful, and honor the clarity you now carry. Destiny has completed its work here. Something huge is waiting for you, and now, you are ready to receive it fully. Amen. 4545. Remain grounded in this truth, because this phase is about protection and permanence. What has entered your life is not fragile, and it does not need defending, it is already guarded by divine order. You will notice how unnecessary doubts fade away and how certainty holds steady even in silence. This is the sign that the bond forming around you is rooted deeper than emotions alone. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is being preserved with intention. Amen. 4646. Now understand this shift clearly: your energy will no longer be pulled in many directions. Focus sharpens, priorities align, and your heart feels settled in a way that needs no explanation. This person does not add confusion to your path, they simplify it. Their presence supports your growth rather than competing with it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it brings balance where there was once uncertainty. Amen. 4747. Hold this final message firmly. What is now established will continue to strengthen with time. There is no rush, no fear of loss, and no instability attached to this union. Stay present, stay faithful to peace, and let consistency do its work. This chapter is sealed, protected, and enduring. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is meant to remain. Amen. 4848. Stay unwavering in this knowing, because what is unfolding now is consolidation, not anticipation. The connection you are stepping into begins to organize your life instead of distracting it. Choices feel simpler, intentions feel cleaner, and your heart feels steady even when nothing is being said. This is how you recognize what is real: there is no emotional noise, only quiet assurance. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is anchoring itself into your reality. Amen. 4949. Watch how alignment shows itself through consistency. There will be follow-through, presence, and reliability without reminders. This person does not promise often, but when they do, they act. You will feel respected in your silence and valued in your voice. This is not intensity that fades, this is stability that grows. Something huge is waiting for you, and it strengthens you instead of draining you. Amen. 5050. Seal this truth into your spirit: what is forming now is meant to mature, not disappear. There is protection over this path, clarity over this bond, and purpose behind every step. Stay calm, stay receptive, and allow time to deepen what has already been chosen. This chapter is not fragile, it is firm. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is settling in for the long journey ahead. Amen. 5151.